Hello, I'm Janna and welcome back to the Crafty Corner. Today we're going to be having some fun with the stamps at CMS 500 Santa visits. We're going to be working with the paint layer stamp technique and having lots of fun with some stickers. If you'd like to see exactly which supplies we're going to be using, go ahead and pause here. All right, let's head over to the Crafty Corner. Today, we're going to be working on a mixed media card featuring a beautiful background that we created earlier this week, and we're going to be embellishing it with some stamps. Now, here's the thing. Christmas time is fun, and there's many amazing Christmassy things to make with during the holiday making season. But don't forget about the everyday line, because these two can be used for holiday crafting. And today we're going to be pulling in the postmarked sticker book. This is Tim Holtz Idea-ology. And there are Christmas colors in here. We've got some lovely reds and some greens and some blues. So why not pull from the everyday lines for some Christmas inspiration? So we're going to be making a sticker collage, and we're going to be focusing on red and green stamps. So let's go ahead and start making our collage. So I'm going to be using a little bit of everything, and we're just going to see where this takes us. So we're going to be using all sorts of stamps. We've got ones going up, ones going down. Why not? We've got quite the variety. And the idea right now is to just create a lovely collage that we can use. So let's see what we have. I'm just going to be going for the reds and the greens this time, but I'm making sure to leave some space in between the stamps so we can see all of the lovely details in the background as well. So let's see what we can do. Now this part is just fun. We're just collaging with stickers because why not? That is very enjoyable. So we've got lots and lots of choice. And I love how there's so many different markings on these. They're already kind of grungy. They're not all the same size. It is just good fun. Okay. There we go. And just I'm keeping in mind that I'm going to be die cutting out of the center. So I'm trying to keep all of my stamps kind of around the edges. Okay. But I am just really excited that we've got so many different types of stickers to play with here. That is pretty neat. Okay, let's put this one here. Okay. Ooh, that'll work. It's going to overlap a little bit with some things, but that's okay. Ooh, like that. Take that, we'll put that over here. Good. Okay, and let's put this one over here. I love how we have different facing stamps, some going horizontal and some vertical. Definitely adds for more visual interest. Now let's grab another red one. We're going to place that down near the bottom. Okay, it's looking pretty good. And back to the green. Let's see, which one am I going to want next? Let's go with this one. And we'll put that right at the bottom. That fills things in pretty well. Let's see, do I need another stamp? Maybe. Let's see what we have back in the reds. I'm probably going to want a small one. Yeah, we're going to take that and put that right here. So I'm thinking this should pretty much complete our collage. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe one more here. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll try, and then when I die cut, if we have extra, then I can just use that like as another background piece. Okay, so feeling pretty good about this. Here is our background, and we've got a nice frame cut out of this. Now we're going to layer this up. So this is a background I did in another video, and we've got this lovely embossing. This is the 3D embossing folder. I believe this is ornate. Of course, Tim Holtz Sizzix, and I just added a bit of distressed black soot over the top. We're going to be using that as the background, and then we'll be layering this up. So I have got some sticky squares that we're just going to use for our layering today. And these are the foam squares from Simon Says Stamp. Gotta love these little guys. They are very easy to use, and they come in several different heights, and I wanted some of the ones that were going to be a lower height today. Okay, so just pick off those little square thingies, and then we can stick this right onto the background. All right, looks good. So we'll take that, and we'll take this, and we'll just layer things up. Okay, pretty easy. I like it. So very simple background, pretty much good to go. Now we just need to create our focal point. And for the focal point, we're going to be pulling in one of the brand new Tim Holtz stamp sets. This one is pretty special. This is number 500 Santa Visit, CMS500. And look at that. That is absolute magic. So we're going to be stamping a few things on some mixed media cardstock, and then we'll cut them out to add to our card, and we're going to make a little scene. All right, so we've got some cardstock, and I will probably need more than one piece, but let's start with one piece for the moment. We've got our archival black soot, and I will be pulling in the stamping platform so we can do the paint stamping layering technique. Definitely one of my favorites for getting crisp detail. Okay, so got that. Move this off to the side. We'll open this up and carefully place our paper in. So let's put that up here. And I've got our magnets. So we'll probably just do one stamp at a time and go from there. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So let's just put this right down here. It's looking good. Okay. And we'll just pick that up with the lid. There we go, making sure this isn't going to bang anything. Perfect. Okay. And now we just need to add the ink. And once we've inked up, then we can stamp this, and then we get into the fun of the painting and the layering. So the first stamped layer, it doesn't have to be perfect. We just need a general idea of where all the details are so we can start filling in the details with paint. After, we will layer this with either some details in paint or just layer with more ink. So either way, first, print doesn't have to be perfect, just needs to be visible. So if it's a mess, it's a mess, and that will be okay. Oh, that's a little bit more than a mess. I need that center part to print. So either I didn't push hard enough or I was missing ink there to begin with. So not a big deal. We just add more ink and stamp it again. That is the lovely thing about the stamping platform. No worrying about lining things up. You lift, you press, you get your detail, and if you don't like it, you can always go back and add more ink. All right, so we're doing pretty good right here. Let's go ahead and put this on fast forward as we paint and dry. Here are our completed elements, and this was done using the Tim Holtz paint layer stamp technique. And I just love the detail on these. They're vibrant and all of the stamped lines are super clear. Now it's time to assemble our scene on our card. So I'm just thinking we're going to put the Santa right in the front, and we're going to slip the tree into the background, just like that. And then we can scatter the presents around the front of the card. Now, to add these to the card, I'm going to be pulling in some of the Simon Says Stamp foam squares. I love the foam squares. They are so versatile, and they give a little bit of dimension to cards. So we're going to be pulling these in and adding them to the back of our pieces. There we go. So that's the tree. Let's go ahead and just peel the little pieces off the back, and then we can stick that right down. This takes a moment or two. Now, if you don't have nails, I highly recommend using the die pick. The die pick is great for getting under those little papery pull sections, and that just can make it easier to remove these. I've got fairly decent nails, so it's not too bad getting those up. All right, let's place the tree. Very good. Oh, that's really working out well with the stamped background. I really like that. All right, now we're going to need some more foam squares for our centerpiece. So we'll just grab those and stick those right onto the back. And again, we'll have to pull off all those little tabby pieces before placing this onto our card. So there we go. But I've been lucky. I've been able to zip through these little pull tabs pretty quickly. It's not taking up too much time, which is nice. Okay, so once we have that, we can place this right down onto our card. Now, I really enjoy this. Really easy to create a scene. You create your background, you create some visual interest, then you stamp out some images, fussy cut them out, and then just add them to the card. And with the foam squares, this means no glue ooze, which is also a nice bonus. All right. So we've just got the little presents to add, and then the scene is pretty much done. So we'll put one there, and where do I want the second one to go? Right here. Great. So that's our build. Now, the absolute last thing that we need to do is add a sentiment, and Holly Jolly from the Tim Holtz Idea-ology label sticker set seemed absolutely perfect, because this is a holly jolly scene for sure. And here we go. Here is our completed CMS500 Santa's Visit card. I have had so much fun putting this together. We used a distress spray and spritz background. Then we layered over the top with some Idea-ology stamps from the Everyday line. And then we were able to stamp with the 500th set to create this fun holly jolly scene with Santa. I love the set, and it was so fun playing with the paint stamp layering technique. Thank you so much for joining me here today at the Crafty Corner. And until next time, happy crafting!